Greetings, my Rantians. Hope you all are doing well today, and welcome back to another episode of Anno 1800, the modded campaign.
The fire is out of control.
My guy, I just started the damn episode, and the fire is already out of control. I can't even do a proper intro. Where the hell is this damn fire? Huh? One time. All I'm asking for. Just one time where I can have an episode start off properly and there not be another fire burning. Oh my god. How are these things catching fire? What's happening? I genuinely, wholeheartedly do not understand anymore. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Right over here, we are going to get rid of some of this temperate growth, and I am going to tactically put down a fire station right the heck now. That is outstanding. Out-frickin' standing. I'm at a loss for words. There's already one that burned down. That's just fantastic. Love to see it. All right, so what are we doing today? Well, we are still working on this island over here, and we are still going to be building a massive ton of farm fields because that is really what this island is all about. It is a breadbasket. Along with that, we're going to be getting these mines optimized because, well, quite frankly, we need to utilize them. There's a whole bunch over here, and, you know, them not even doing anything is definitely not optimal. And I think the distribution is going to be 6 and 4 in favor of coal. So what we're going to do is over in this spot, it is designated for a whole bunch of the lovely hops fertility for, you know, the good stuff coming later. And then over up here, this is for the potatoes, which their farms are a lot smaller in comparison. So we'll be able to get this going relatively soon.
Airborne and ready to go.
I want to move this airship over to this corner over here. And I think what I would like to do is go ahead and start up with... What the hell's going on? I like to start off with trying to get to these mines and starting their work as quickly as possible. This spot is kind of weird. I don't like it. What happened? Why the heck did this come and play here? I don't know. I've never been a fan of when the streets turn into key streets like that. I don't like the design. That's just me, of course. I don't know. For you, you might like it. For me, I find it to be a mega annoyance. So I'm going to be building a whole bunch of roads right first and foremost to get this going. And I did get some more confirmation on the village idea, and we will be working on that a little bit more as the day progresses because it's not exactly what the plan was. And luckily I was able to have a talk with Mr. Major about it, so all that is cleared up and we will get to work on it to make it look exactly as how he envisioned it. So these ones are all connected up there. I'm going to do the same with the ones down here. So I'll start from this one and go up into this guy, spin it around. Yeah, that would have worked if it was, you know, a little bit different, but there we go. We can probably put a warehouse in between there. That'll be nice. And this one, and then going to connect up to this one. I'll bring it to, like, here. I think that'll look a little bit nicer. Yeah, I have to wait for him to say the fire is all done so I can go back there and rebuild everything. And I am going to begin with getting some of these warehouses built. So one over here should be fantastic. One for this one. One right next to this one. I always tend to put, you know, these warehouses as close as I can to these mines. Just all the time I've been playing Anno 1800. This is just what I do. I don't know. It feels like the right call. Over here, it's kind of in between two of them, so I'll put one in the middle, and then same goes for this guy, and we will have one just set for this one right here. And let's get them actually working.
The fire left ruins behind.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Wait. There are no ruins, because I rebuilt it. Anyway, okay. Moving on. So let's get the iron mines going first. Actually, can we just... Is there a way for me to just build all of them instead of having to click this constantly? It may not be the case because, well, quite frankly, they are mineral deposits. They're not static ones, so we never know. I don't mind. You all know I'm a clicker by this point. To Lord Lemon's dismay. That's a little meme that him and I have together that I refuse to use keybinds to the best of my ability. Okay, so I think this will be an iron mine. That's going to start up right there. This one will also be one. And this guy, and then this one. So we have the 4 iron mines working right now, and then the remainder will be coal mines. Now, going back to the idea of the village, it's meant to be a little bit different than what I initially designed. So we're probably going to have to see... We're probably going to have to see a majority of it kind of go, but I know the result of what we will get later is going to be really, really cool. But the very first thing is I did also make a boo-boo with this one. It needs to be the ornate market, so I fixed that. We will pretty much have to get rid of these homes and then reposition where we want the marketplace to be, and then extend it a little bit into this side by 3x3 rows. And that's really, like, I want to make sure that the vision is right. And we're going to have some worker homes in here as well, but we'll save that for midday. We're also going to go ahead and extend down these walls down all the way as far as they will go. So, like, right about here, and then link it up that direction. And we're going to do the same on the other side. For now, we're going to have another of the tractor fuel stations, because they're just going through a whole bunch, and even some of the farms that are currently worked on, they don't even have enough fuel to go in there. But I think a little bit of the problem was the fact that I didn't fully build up the oil harbor, so there weren't enough trains to circulate. But I did build it to the grand, so it should be just fine now. And in the middle, I'm going to extend the concrete flooring just to keep with continuity's sake. So I'm assuming, like, probably here. And we can put it right alongside this one, in fact, for the hops farms. Let's just go ahead and do so right now. I don't know why I got rid of the other two. Put that there and that there. That's why I got rid of them. And we'll bring this forward. And just as I start recording, that is when the garbage truck decides it wants to show up. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Awesome. 10 out of 10. Okay, we're going to put this here. And we'll keep it as such. I'm not going to put any of the tracks around it, but what I'm going to do is make sure that it does have roads. I can't wait for 117 when I can do that and not have an issue. And this is where we're going to start off with getting some more fuel. Now, because we don't have enough workers right now, this thing does need workers in order to activate, so we'll keep that going. How much of the steam motors do we have in here? I want to imagine we still have a bunch, right? 170. Oh, yeah, we definitely have a whole bunch in here. So, we are going to get these hop farms going. There's so many options here that sometimes I can't even pay attention which one's which. And I think I'm going to start off with them being, like, right over here. And do note, we're no longer going to be utilizing the shift tactic. We're going to be, later on, beautifying as much as we can. So let's go ahead and put down the tractor depot. And we're going to change this one to the Old Town Hops Farm. That looks really sick. I like that. 99 fields is literally nothing. We have so many of these now that I think about it. Unbelievable. That's all she wrote, man. That's 99 farms. Farm fields, rather. Okay, well, if that's the case, I want to at least get this road to go up against the wall here. So we'll start getting some oil, or in this case, fuel, over to these guys once they fully start up. Oh, this is so cool. I love seeing trains going to and from. It's really pretty, man. It's really pretty. I love this game. Okay, there's our first oil being deposited. That's awesome. I'll build this one right over here and put the tractor barn right next to it. Let's do something like this. Yeah, that's 96 and 99. And then the road is going to come straight through and link up here. I wish I did have more farm fields over on this side, but I guess I can just get some roads and just link it up like so. Yeah, I think that looks alright. There are certain little spots. Oh, this is part of the Old Town skin pack. Oh, wow. That's part of the mod. It's not the actual base game model or the one that comes from... I think this is the other mod enabled, but this is the actual Old Town one. And we're going to be making a whole bunch of hops over here because I know our people need beer. I could definitely use some beer. I won't change it because y'all told me the nifty tactic of pressing shift and they all change. Look at me using keybinds. That's a rarity right there. Okay, I want to make this one look a little bit nicer. Let's completely tuck it in. Bring it further forward. And bring it to there. Very pretty. It'll look nicer, obviously, when we do have this whole area actually lit up. You know, here's what I'm going to do. There are so many different farms that we have to put here. So, and they can be relatively close to one another, I do believe. Put one here. I think another one over here. Because essentially, this whole spot can be set for hops farms. So, should I just go ahead and build a whole bunch? More so than I already have? May not be the best idea, but nevertheless, I can consider it. Build this one here. And I believe the next island is meant to be an industrial island of sorts, which is going to be very, very good, considering how we definitely need some more resources in order to continue our work in the region. We'll bring this road down to here. From this one, I think I'll bring it up to here. Warehouse is definitely not in range. I know that one for a fact. And then this guy up until here and link up. All right. I think, you know what? Hold up. I will link it up fully to that guy right over there. And we'll have to have another warehouse, and I'll just tuck it in right over here. So now they're all close by. That works.
A farm? With no fields?
No, no fields, no, because I have to put a whole bunch of them down. You know, there's a reason why I'm making sure that's happening before I
Nice
actually...
day for it.
Yeah, it's a nice day for it, absolutely. I don't even know why I bother. Okay, we're going to build this all the way to, like, here, maybe. And can we bring some down? No, that actually reached 99. Okay. Very cool. That's 97. I'll put 2 right over here. It's a good thing they're blending in properly. Yeah, bring it forward. Why not? I'll have some to, like, right there, because then we can connect these guys, maybe. If it looks nice. Like, I really am trying to always make sure that my farms look nice. This is 93 farm fields, and now bring that there. That's now pretty good. And the fuel is being distributed. They're bringing in more oil, which is lovely. So at least we'll get these guys working really hard. One of these without any, you know, fuel working on it is really slow, a minute 30. But when you put fuel to it, it's 30 seconds. So it is very, very, very powerful of a mechanic here. That's why I even mentioned way back in my tier lists for DLCs, Bright Harvest is probably, like, if not my favorite. It's so powerful. So ridiculous. I mean, can you guys... I'm not sure if y'all played the game before when you didn't have, you know, access to tractors and fertilizer and all that stuff, but it was a whole different beast, let me tell you. It was a whole different beast. You had to really pre-plan where you wanted everything. Like, you needed to have islands specifically designed for your farm fields. I didn't mean to do that. Outstanding. I have to rebuild it again. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on Amazon Prime, and I'm going to rebuild... I'm going to buy an entirely new mouse, because I'm so sick and tired of this thing. It's unbelievable. That really sucks. I thought it looked nice. But we fixed it. Okay, great. I don't mind that we blocked off the road here, because, well, quite frankly, we still have a way to get in through here, and we'll utilize it. Over here, I guess it could have been missed opportunity, but let me go and max that. Or it's not even max. It's the level before the maxed one. How many more farmers... How many are there, actually? There's 10 farmers who work in these particular farms at any given time. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Okay, I like to see. So we can go up into here. Ooh, now I see what I did. Okay. That... Yeah, this is definitely a problem. How much of this is going to go away? It's not a hell of a lot. I thought for some reason it would be
People
worse.
celebrate your leadership.
Hey, nice. It's been a while since Andros has had anything happen there. Yeah, because I want to get a couple more of these ones built up back here. The more of these we have, the better. Because, I mean, once we get to the point of wanting to provide beer to everybody, that's, yeah. There's a reason. Beer makes everyone happy. Does it really? I've never been much of a drinker. Heavy duty, lightweight. Yeah, let that whole thing sink in for a second. Okay, put that here. Let's get the road, attach it to here. This one will have to be extended down to there. This one will go to you. And this one can have a little spot going to there. And tractor barn.
Peddlers say there's nowhere to...
I'm so happy I didn't let her finish. Tractor barn there. Tractor barn. Oh, that actually kind of look cool. Put the tractor barn there. And then you already have one. Okay, so let's get this spot filled up as much as we possibly can. Okay, that's the next farm. This one is also going to be the same. I'll leave some room in here for beautification as well. And we'll tuck them in right next to the vegetables. Looking pretty cool. Is that 99? No, it's 98. Okay. A warehouse over here is going to be needed. Gotcha. This is going to go all the way up to the road. I'm not sure if we want to do that exactly, so I'll bring it up to, like, here. And then the rest would probably... let's leave this spot open. Let's do this. As much as we can. This is 93, 97, 98... Wait, don't put them here, actually. Put them here.
Not too many changes, I
Tuck
think.
it in. Oh, he's gonna 100% right about the fire. Guaranteed.
The idiot is back.
Huh?
Oh, heavens, I thought you were the photographer.
That's what I thought. Sit down. But look at what you wrote. World's Fair bid stalls. Okay. Sewing machines run out in New Albion. That I need to see what the heck is going on. There's the fire right on cue. Fire guts part of Imperial Albahan. Locals rage at failure of local authority to act. A few more buckets of water, for example. And there may have been something salvaged
I once went
from the
undercover
blaze.
as a clown and joined the circus. But when the balloon burst, my report was far too colorful to publish.
Huh, yeah, well, you should have kept your job as a clown because you are one. Okay, that's
After
gonna
all,
go
papers
here.
are drumming up support.
Yeah, they are. They are. Get out.
You gained an influence bonus.
I think I was actually meant to put a farm over here, so I think I'll just go ahead and do that now, too. Let's go ahead and put this guy right in here for the most part. And then we'll need another warehouse over in this side, so let's go ahead and tuck this one in right about here. Hold on. We'll have to fix up the road then. That little spot was going to pose an issue. Copy that and put that down. Wait a minute. That's a warehouse right there. Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's just how my brain is deciding to work today. Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, it's great. There's a warehouse, and we're going to upgrade this one a little bit more. This one does not have access to its fuel, so get rid of that little spot. Get rid of that. Let's get this one filled up. Where are we going? What the hell? Oh, yeah, because... Jesus. So confused for a second. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. We're golden, in fact. And we are out of steam motors, which means we're going to have to go and tactically grab some from New Albion right now. Let's go ahead and bring this one down at least so they can start working. And the epic... Now this is a different shift tactic. Kaboom. All of them looking the exact same. That's awesome. Max that one out. That should be fine. I think there should be enough fuel for everybody
Stand
here.
your attention for the boss.
It looks like there is. It's distributing it enough at least. But we're gonna have to go all the way down to here at the very least. You know, that's the thing. Because we're gonna have to have a bunch of hops. We already have 164. How fast is it right now? Because I always love looking at the numbers. I mean, look at that.
The people celebrate your leadership.
That's awesome. So 108 for the wheat is pretty substantial. 39 for hops is also not bad because actually on New Albion, there is a little bit of a hops shortage in order to make more of the cigarettes. And, you know, beer is going to be pretty important there too. Along with just, you know, all the ones for the Kingdom of Sapin, and even if we want to export it over to Imperial Albahan, that's also another thing. So I'm going to take this airship, and we're going to go all the way to New Albion.
Nose forward.
And we're going to get some more steam motors. Now, how much do we have here? 520. That is more than enough. I don't even think I need that many at all. But so far, it is looking pretty nice. I am really enjoying building farming type settlements. And they're not even powerful enough. They can get a lot better, actually. I'm being serious. Like, I've seen these farm fields be so ridiculously powerful. It's insane. How much fuel do we have in here? It's not enough. I have a feeling we're probably going to have another fuel station over here as we continue to build downwards. So a couple more of these farms is definitely in order. One here, one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. So that is actually all the farmers that we can have. Why is it now at 20? Is it reducing it because of the tractors? Yeah, it is. Okay, so you stop that. I'm not going to bother with you if you're not going to be working at all. Get this one here. Get this one also to have its spot. And this one here. Excuse me as I almost tactically choked on my own saliva. That sucked. Alright, let me get the roads attached to this. My voice is giving out. I apologize. That was very, very weird. Whoa! You ever get that feeling whenever you're trying to at least, like, I don't know, something, I know it's gonna sound weird. It's coming up. But at the same time, you're trying to prevent it from fully happening. Yeah, that's kind of what happened just now. And, my throat is not happy. Okay, that's the there. I guarantee, like, this whole little thing is not going to work because there's a lot of freaking farm fields. I mean, 99 is a lot less than what they normally have when we normally put a tractor sim. Oh, look, lucky number. But in this particular situation, 150... Yeah, let's bring 150 over. In this particular situation, I think that little box is too small.
Engines engaged.
Look at that. Clear 900 grain being shipped out of here. That's awesome. That's awesome. So powerful. Okay, let me fast forward it so I can actually see that airship come in here with the steam motors. And it zooms, so I'm not even worried about it. Because I would like to get at least the remaining bits down here built up. And then we can work more on the village. Right. Tractor barn. I'm going to build this one first because we have to see how much of the farm fields are at. It's actually going to take. So this, right from now, it's not going to work. This one can probably be a little bit better. I'm going to get rid of this road over here. And instead, we're going to tuck it in. Tuck it into there. And bring that all the way down. Lovely. And make 2 rows. Okay. This one also needs to have the same thing happen, but it doesn't have a warehouse close by. So we'll go ahead and put a warehouse relatively, like, right about here. I think it'll look kind of cool. Get that linked up. Oh, this is interesting. It can go all the way along this road here. Yeah, let's just do that. And this over to here, that there. All right. Pretty cool. Not enough space in here to get some more of the hop farms at least built, but we can go down in this direction because now we do have a little bit more of our farmers. So I think what we'll do is we will build a couple, get them to have their tractors, and go until we're almost out of farmers. Let's link that up, and then from here, we'll go over to this side, spin that around, and get this also linked up. I have to check and see if we do indeed have enough fuel coming out for every single one of these guys, because you never know. Game tells you, hey, yeah, you can build a whole bunch of these, but are you prepared for the issues that come from it? No. That's where all Anno veterans will tell you. That's where the game tells every single one of us that it is always in control, and we are not. We are just mere pawns in the big game that is Anno 1800. And all Anno games, for that matter. Okay, these guys are now prioritizing the northern farms over here. They're not coming down to here quite yet. We'll probably consider getting another fuel station right there, but I'd like to also build up this farm and see what happens. Need just a little way through for more farm fields. That looks kind of nice. All right. And before I do this, let's do that for every single one of you. Oh, we need this tractor farm built up too. There we go. All right. So we have a bunch of hop farms currently ready to go. They can still go down to about here, but we don't have a farmer workforce anymore. We're gonna have to work on that. So I think it's time we restructure our efforts, or redirect our efforts, towards making that village a little bit more villagey. Even though it kind of already is. But we're gonna make it a little bit better. Okay, so the original idea that I had, because this is before Mr. Major graciously provided me with some additional plans, was to have individual little spots like these. That was not the actual plan. The actual plan that has been provided to me looks significantly better. So I will give you, let's say, 4 seconds. Close your eyes because all of this has to go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's gone. Okay, get rid of that, and that. Don't worry, they'll be back. They'll be back, guaranteed. Get rid of all of those. There are some additional little ornaments around here we're gonna have to get rid of little by little. And now we are out of farmers, so we're gonna have to get this done relatively quickly. Otherwise, the announcer is gonna come back and say workforce shortage a million times, and I want to throw my computer out a window. That too. Those guys here, get that gone. This one, this one, this one, this one. Farmer school, all this can go. And I think that's it. Yeah, there's some more here, and this well. Okay. Now, we are going to also get rid of these roads too. But the thing about this is now that the market is actually not in a bad place, but it is not in the best place. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. Also get rid of the banners. I know it's heresy, but we got to do it. Change up all this. Oh, I see some additional ornaments. They kind of just pop up over time. I think that's it. Well, I mean, if we run into an issue, it'll definitely tell us we can't build. So, like, for example, these guys and, like, this one back here. Here's also another thing. Why are we fluctuating?
Every field has its weeds.
Here. We're gonna pause all the hop farms for the time being because we want the rest to work, especially the ones for the grain. What is this? This is a signpost over here. I'm going to probably get rid of this and see what happens. So we're going to extend this road all the way up to here. And one good way of trying to gauge the way that this whole thing is set up is to put the market there first. And the market can be, again, kind of placed like right about here. We're going to swap it to the ornate one. We'll have a road in front of it. We'll have a road going back. And then we'll go down as well. In the middle, we're going to have a fountain with columns and banners. It didn't say... it says fountains plus columns plus other stuff. So with the other stuff, I am going to say trees and banners. We're going to work on that. On this side, we're going to have a church. And on this side, we're going to have the big graveyard. So I'm going to put down the big graveyard first, if I can find it. There it is. This is the cemetery. I'll put this one right here. And then the church itself, I think it's part of the workers. I always misplace where the heck this thing is. There it is. The church... We'll go ahead and put this one down right over here. Looks pretty cool. In the middle is going to be the place for the fountain and the columns. So let me go ahead and get roads around these two. And on these corners, we're going to have some homes. So, like, we're going to have to fix up this whole farm field.
We're taking every care.
Let's see what we can do here. This is going to be at 135. 131. You know what? Do this instead. I don't like where these ones are. That's 4. We'll get rid of one more segment of the road and plop that in. Okay. Because the reason for this is we're going to have to put some homes down here. 1, 2, and what's blocking it? It's definitely a tree. Told you. We would always run into one. And then straight down like so. Do the same over on this side and this side. And we're going to replicate the process over here too. Some more homes. And we'll build it up. This one is in a little bit of a wonky place, so we're not going to put it right back there. Get a road built up over there. Now we have to find the best possible fountain for the middle. That's not going to work ideally. Hold on. It sucks that I don't have access to... Hold on. I might at this point. Where am I going? I'm lost. Oh, damn. If I had this, it would have been fantastic. Well, what did I do over in the embassy over here? This is the... That's not the embassy. Embassy is right over here. So it had this design. Let me see if I can copy this. Take it over here. And yoink it down. What will happen? It's not even. Okay. Well, there's a way we can fix this. I'm going to just put this one over here, though, for the time being. Let me at least get the columns down. Column, 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 and column. Yeah, hold you guys down. I know. The big day. We're getting some columns out here. And we'll put this in here, so that makes that little spot a little bit easier to manage. So I think what we can instead do is we can put down the smaller fountain in the middle here, and then go into the Kingdom of Sap and Banners. So banner, 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 and banner. And we can also put down some of the trees, tree, and maybe a tree right over here. And then fill it out with paving. Nice. Then I will tactically get rid of this one because it's not going to fit in here. Very cool. And these guys
It's a sad patch of turf.
need to be workers, excuse me. They need to be workers. And then the ones around them will go back to the normal grid design. So the pub is actually going to be positioned right over here. And the cool thing is it fits perfectly. So you love it when it looks all nice, pretty, neat, cool. In the back here, I'm going to put down the volunteer fire department. I'll put it right behind the church over on this side. And then we will go ahead and do something like this. We're going to get some roads. We're going to attach them to the back here. At least for this segment. And this segment can probably have the same. If I get rid of this little piece.
No space left here.
I think we can put one farm field over there. And we will do the same over on this side, too. This one is just fine. I can't put a road behind it because this is not Anno 2205. Which, if you guys are curious, I am still playing that. And if you're not taking a look-see at that series, maybe it's not your cup of tea. That's totally fine. But I would appreciate it if you at least give it that old college kids try. I like the game. It's very fun, actually. Minus the bugs. But apart from that, it is definitely really cool. We need to get the farmer's school going. Where it at, though? Right here. Farmer's school, we'll probably have to have one probably in the back. Or we can put the farmer's school right behind the pub. I think that's not a bad idea. We're going to have to, otherwise they won't upgrade. So we'll put that one right over here. And we're going to have a couple more homes kind of in this fashion, built in the back. Aha! I found some more stuff. What the heck are you? Oh, it's probably temperate growth. Okay, build that to there. Build this to here. Get that going all the way there. There can be a couple more homes. I think we can position them in here. That looks very pretty right up against the farm fields for sure. And I do believe these guys are getting close to the point that we can upgrade them to workers. And at this point, like, we have 333 farmers that are rising. So,
Wake me up when you're ready.
well, I'm ready. Get to work. Thank you. That'll work out very nicely. And I want to try to get a couple more over on this side too, if I can. So we'll have grids of 3. And even going so far as to get onto the main road here. Bring that down to here, and we'll do the little looparoonie. And bring this up. Oh, come on. A little spot, it wouldn't let me do it. Outstanding. Okay, let's get these guys upgraded to workers, please. Fast forward. That's important. We need more workers over here because we have a whole bunch of these mines and we need to get them worked on. And along with that, we are going to have to get some of the windmills produced. And that also requires us to have more workers. So we need workers over in this little place. All these guys, for the most part, are going to turn into workers. Go ahead and get these guys going and them. Them and them. This guy up to here. And these guys down to here. Perfect. So now we have a bunch more of our worker class. And that means we can get these guys working on the coal mines again.
Hide the bottle. It's the boss.
Yeah, I guess I could have used the shift with that one. Whatever. Coal mine. And then another coal mine. Perfect. So let's get a couple of these windmills constructed because we're going to need them to work for these mine shafts. This is going to work right here. What the heck?
You gained an influence bonus.
Holy hell, my game froze during that. Oh, no, 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 no. No, sir. Oh, I caught you. Let's get some really good coal out here. This is going to work right here. You will be fine right here. And this guy right here. Their radius is not too far. See, like, maybe I think the position of the warehouse is going to be a hindrance. So I'm going to get rid of it and put it on the other side of the road. Wasn't initially planning on doing this, but what I can do is I can instead get a road connection going in between these guys instead of this and put the windmill in between. So now both of them do indeed have electricity. This one, on the other hand, that needs to have one, this needs to have one, and this needs to have one right there. Perfect. So now all of our mines are also optimized with electricity. Love to see it. And we're getting a little bit more of our worker workforce, which we have to bring in some more stuff for them, I guess.
Murmuring still in the union.
So, you know, one easy one in this particular sense, and I hopefully am okay to do this, is to put down the school for them. I'll put the school, oh, conveniently, right about here. And I think the Old Town skin one looks perfect for here. Now, did I change the building skins out for the main harbor area? It doesn't look like I did for the worker homes. No, I don't believe I did for the worker homes, but I did for the farmers. They needed to have the bricks. Right. So we'll go ahead and change these guys to the brick design. And that is this one. And I'm going to do this and change them all out to the bricks. That's pretty cool. That's really neat. I think back here we'll definitely need to have at least one additional fire department. One additional one. Put the volunteers right in the middle here. And tuck this in. Looking really cool. And maybe we can get a little bit more homes like positioned right alongside the corners. We'll have to have more people later on for sure to work. That's the main thing. Change those out to the brick skins and those ones. You know what you can do? Let me show you something really funny. I need one of these farms to work. Control Shift R. We're gonna get in here. If you guys don't know that keybind, that's how you can get the first person. All right. Hey, dude, you got a tractor I can borrow? Perfect. Love to see it. Why are you still on it? Yo, where are you going? This way. Okay. Book it. We are going to go do a little bit of a first-person walkthrough. No, Santa, I don't have problems with you. I don't need to deal anything with that. Yeah, don't worry about it. This is Imperium business. Be on your way. I'm taking this guy with me. For what, I don't know. I have no idea whether this thing is actually going to work after this point, so hopefully you have insurance. If not, I don't care about it. Oh, I didn't get rid of this sign. It's definitely not... Well, I mean, it's kind of facing the right direction, in a way, because the town is to the left, getting to a city is going to be to the right, the harbor is behind us, and hills are all the way in the corner, so, hey, premium placement. These people are wondering, like, what the hell? Why is there a random tractor just driving through our town? Oh, okay. They're booking it. Apparently, this is definitely a scary experience for them. Okay, we have the cemetery right over here. Then we have the main centerpiece being this glorious fountain with the beautiful trees. The ornate market and all these worker homes. Yeah, people are freaking out, man. They're praying to the Irish Orthodoxy, by the way, that I don't run them over. But I won't. I won't. I'll be a good boy. I'll go the other way. Kid just booked it into the home. Oh, no, I'm not going on the dock. No, no, no. Absolutely not. I'll run the people over. I definitely won't run the dog over. And besides, it's not even me doing it. It's this clown. He doesn't know how to drive. I'm just a passenger. Going all the way to back here, and it looks mega awesome. We'll definitely do a lot more beautification work as we continue, but what I also mentioned, as well to Mr. Major, is we are going to probably do beautification work on this island near the end of the build. That way I can have the resources being sent towards the other island that's going to be next in this series. So we'll do the beautification, which will probably, I'm not sure, like certain people, they like beautification episodes and others don't. Really, sometimes just like seeing homes being built en masse, or maybe even large farms or industrial complexes, which the next island is going to be an industrial complex, I believe. And then we're going to be having to do a little bit of an infiltration tactic. Heading over to the New World. Yeah, this place looks awesome, man. I love looking at the airship just big chilling over there and one coming in. And this long stretch. Nice. You know, I actually used one of these things to go on a hike. That was fun. It didn't go all the way. It kind of got stuck on a log, and I told the guy, hey, if you want to go find it, it's right over there. I don't think he ever got it back, but in working condition, rather. But this island is absolutely gorgeous. I love farming settlements like this. I know I've said it a couple of times already, but this one is like really ridiculously functional and pretty altogether. Very, very pretty. Then we have the central administration right over here. First person point of view. Love to see it. Do we have any trains coming through? This is totally not dangerous at all. There's one. There's a steampunk skin on it. That's awesome. Okay, no, nothing's going on here. I'm gonna go into the vineyards a little bit. We can see these awesome pixelated grapes. Brings back that old Final Fantasy XIV meme. Really nice, man. This is awesome. Really pretty. Alright, this is where we'll leave this dude. Hopefully he'll find his way back. He disappeared, but whatever. Alright, we have a lot of farmers. So we're going to get back onto this whole thing. We're already maxed out with the number of hops. How are we doing with this? We don't have a lot of fuel. So another fuel station is definitely necessary for this spot. And I'm going to put it right over here. How big is the building? It'll fit right here perfectly. So I'm just going to plop this thing down. And it'll go all the way down there, right? Yeah, it will for the most part. I see where its edge is. So maybe here to be the safest location. Get rid of all these. I'm going to get rid of the little bit of concrete in the middle so I can link up the tracks to the fuel station. As well as get this going. And I do need to honestly build some fire stations in between, because you never know what the heck is going to happen. With my horde luck, oh lord. Volunteers there, volunteers here. Another reason why we left some spaces open, so we can put these guys... Oh, with the freaking mines, that's going to be really important. Volunteers, volunteers. Some volunteers over here. You will definitely need some volunteers. Get that here, and then one down here would be fantastic. Up here, that's a whole different story. Some of these farms are a lot larger than they need to be, so I can probably trim them down a little bit. Like, this guy, hot take, he can probably get rid of this and plop it in here. Wonderful. And fix out the farm field like so. That actually looks very pretty. We put it in the middle there. I have to see which one of these. That's 135, 135, 35, 35. One of them is a lot larger. I know that for sure. There it is. 148. So can we get rid of, like, maybe this spot in favor of this? Yeah. Open spot right here. Perfect. We'll put that down. And then the fire station up here, it won't go all the way to these guys. So can we position one back here? Probably get rid of this and tuck it in. Yeah, there we go. That's still even too much for this particular farm. So no big deal on that whatsoever. But at least the farming village looks a little bit better. I think we'll do some beautifications with the bottom here. And I'm just going to wait to see what Mr. Major also does mention with regards to this. But I know something for sure that needs to be over here. Not this one. Get this one, a Dream Spire, and put it back here. This is for the RP purposes of this location. So we definitely need to make sure that we're in line with it. And we'll put down a couple of these. I'm not sure about the statue, but I know for a fact the Dream Spire is one that we need to put there. And now we can double back towards the farm fields over here and continue building them up. So how much fuel do they have in here? He just has one. Yeah, so with two of these guys now working, we should have enough. Let me just take a little look-see. Yeah, we have more fuel coming out, so I can imagine that this will be just fine. And they're loading them up right now, and there'll be some more in the stockpile. So let's just get a couple more of these guys built up. One here, one here, one here. This guy, and I can spam these now that I have the farmer workforce in order to do this. And let's get their tractors associated with them. Another tractor there for you. A tractor there for you. Only you can hand out tractors like that. No, tractors is not going to be something I'm going to be handing out to people. Absolutely not. I would be a liability with a freaking tractor. There's no way I'm handing out tractors to the people. I'm not going to have that on my conscience. You just saw how I was driving one. I'm sorry, how that guy was driving one. No, I'm not outing myself. That's what that dude was doing, not me. The problem here might be where these guys are. Okay, let me put the road to there. I'm going to put the road to here as well. This guy also does need a road connection, so let's get this to, like, there. What the hell? This one doesn't have a warehouse. I think what we can do with you is link it up to there. This one's just...
say there's nowhere to take it.
No kidding. There's nowhere to take it? Not at all? Oh my god, honey. That's not good at all. What are we going to do for you? Warehouse, problem solved.
Fields might help.
No kidding. Okay, some fuel might help too. So this guy is not going to get any fuel. That's not that fantastic. I'm not sure whether I can bring it down at all. Okay, hold on. I will fix it. We can get rid of this one. We're going to put the fuel station actually down here. Because I think if I put it here, then it will indeed make it to it. Yeah. So we'll put the fuel station right in here. We'll have the train go straight down. No, my god. Look at what it does. Look at what it does to me. Ugh, I hate it. I hate it. It's so finicky. And then link it up to there. And then this track is going to have these guys around it, going straight down towards the fuel station. Pretty cool. The road here has to be fixed, so we'll probably get to that later on. I'm not going to bother with it right now. Still missing goods, but it is what it is. Have at least that road linked around there. I think that looks kind of nice. Are you going to turn in here? No, you're not. That way we can actually get some fuel to these guys, because it would really suck to get all the way down here and not have enough fuel to keep going. Right? Right. Put that to there. This guy should be pretty solid. Why did that happen? Hold on. Kind of weird. This is what I wanted, but it didn't work for me. You know, I'm kind of considering maybe putting a warehouse in between here and not linking these guys up. Yeah. This farm is going to look a little bit different. Yeah, put it up to there. Put that to there. Get a warehouse. Ah, here's what we can do. Get rid of those. Get rid of this section of the road. And then we'll get a warehouse and tuck it in here. And let's talk about getting these around it. Go all the way to about here, because that's 99. You should get enough fuel to it. Let's see.
We lack the requisite materials.
Yeah, so we will indeed get fuel all the way down here. And let's just go ahead and finish out these other farms and take a little look-see as to what the plan is going forward. And probably increasing the island storage capacity because, well, quite frankly, 1,050 is just not enough. We need a hell of a lot more. Okay, I retract what I'm going to say. I think I would like to start probably planning where the Lord's Manor Park is going to be. Because I was just looking at it in between the breaks, and I think that's also due to be done. We do want more landowners over here, naturally. This is their nobility. So it would be a very good idea if we start working on that. That's 78. This actually looks very nice. I like this farm. And see if we can do something kind of similar with this one, just to make it look as organic as possible. Yeah, this kind of works. And I think at this point, what we can do to make this look really awesome is to have the road just kind of hug the corners of the farms instead of having a static straight road like so. They are going to hate me for what I'm about to do, but I have to do it. There we go. And I'm going to get rid of this one because I decided to make this whole challenge a lot more difficult on myself for some reason. Wait, you have no warehouse. Now it's not telling me. Okay, we're going to put you right in here. So they're going to work. And we'll do that whole shift tactic. Let's go. And they have fuel coming into this place now, right?
Stand to attention for the boss.
Yep, you do. And you're distributing it. So they'll start distributing it to the ones up here first. They go based off of proximity, and then they'll go all the way down here. If we're not exporting the hops at all, then that means none of them are, in fact, working. So they will all be able to get full up by the time we start massively producing, for example, some beer. That'll be pretty good. That's planning for the future. I bet, like, I could have honestly put a farm in here, but that's not really the plan, I think. What I also wanted to mention, this is for Mr. Major specifically, if you're still resolute on the monster guns, you need soldiers on this island. So, what we can do, potentially, is because the extent, and I'm not sure based off of the drawings that you sent me, if you want me to like really change up where the trains go a hell of a lot, because right now it's working. The way that the farms are set up, and they are ridiculously strong, my friend. Like, they're insane. Like, it's 59 hops at this point in the game for one island is pretty damn good. It goes a long way for sure. But what I'm thinking is, if you want like some soldiers here for, I don't know, saying you're rebuilding the nation's military a little bit, then this may not be a bad spot to put them in. Just as a little recap, they're going to need the canteen at least the canteen. I can probably not have any of the industry on here working for them, but we would probably it'd be beneficial to at least have the field hospital, the sanitation facility for happiness needs. The military uniforms, I think Albahan has some, and I think Governess Amy is definitely going to be okay with the fact of us bringing some. Let's just take a little look-see. Normally they're at the bottom, but I'm not oh, wait, there they are. Yeah, so we're maxed out on military uniforms over here in Imperial Albahan, so let us know if you're interested in that little idea. Otherwise, these things will not work. Along with that, we're going to have to bring in some probably explosive shells, so like the bomb ammunition, because I have no clue what the heck these things take. I really don't. They haven't been built up on Albion yet for me to fully know exactly what they need, but that is something that you can definitely message me about naturally, and we can talk about it. So the Lord's Manor Park, I think we'll start it off from like right about here. And I'd at least like to get the foundations for it set up. I think the fencing would do really nicely around it, but I kind of want to leave some room in the front for potentially putting down like some of these statues. So like a statue here and a statue here, which do indeed help with the expanding the Manor Park condition. And I don't want to put the Manor Park fencing immediately, that's my phone going off, excuse me. I don't want to put the Manor Park fencing directly behind this spot, because I do want it to be a spot that the lords can go into, right? So let's go ahead. Oh, what the hell happened here? Let me fix this up, and we're gonna do the same over on this side. The fencing actually does help, so this is a good thing to at least put this down. And we'll also bring this down a little bit. Now, again, please let me know that if this is part of the vision. If not, I can change it. We can get rid of this little overhang and swap this out. We need a corner piece. There we go. So we have at least the basis for
My heartfelt
the
gratitude.
They don't have the ability to at least get the manor itself yet. The citrus would come from this building. I'm not even certain if you want this here too. It would kind of work with the general setting, I dare say. But let me know if you also want the orangery here. The furs, we don't have the capability of doing that. Beef, I'm not sure if we want cattle farms on here. I can probably bring that in. The honey, that's easy. Wine, we
Nothing
can...
worse than those bohemians.
I
An
say.
artisan has not even the most basic concept of money.
My lord, I agree. Artisans are the worst in this damn game because of the canned food! Did that really hit the point home that I hate canned food that much? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not even upset about it. I said what I said, sue me. All right, we have this set up. I'm going to at least try. Let's see what these large trees look like. I've never played around with them. Okay, not bad. Is it all looking relatively the same? Yeah. So hypothetically, we also do have like the small city trees, and then we have medium trees. We have small tree, bush. The rectangular flower beds. Do these link up? No. Damn it. That would have been so nice if they did. Oh, you know what? This is actually a missed opportunity. I have to fix this. Pull this back. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I'm embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed, actually. This can go back here, right? This can go here. This can go there. And we'll have banner and banner right in here. Yeah, I'm so embarrassed. I apologize sincerely. That is my fault. So at least this is within the radius, and that's what we really wanted. And I think he would actually be happy if he did have enough for it. So I'll probably bring the beef in. I'll probably bring in the honey as well, because Rain is still producing that, and Xandros isn't the only place that's consuming it. Let's spin those around. So now they link in properly into the main structure in here. And I think as far as like pathing is concerned through here, I'm gonna go to the Old Town pack and use cobblestone. I think it fits the vibe a lot. So we'll bring it up to like here, and then maybe down over into like this side and around, maybe to like right here and stop. We'll have one go to there and stop, and then this is going to go all the way into the back of the manor itself. Not sure what we're going to do back here, but we can at least extend it just for future use and bring it over to here and stop it there. Hypothetically, what are some cool stuff that we can put in here? I mean, you can definitely utilize the national park pack in here. I don't think I would personally like to do that. I don't know. I like the pack and I don't like the pack. It's weird. I'm weird. Not you. I'm definitely weird. And I'm speaking to everybody in general. You guys are not weird. I'm the weird. I have, like, ridiculous BS that I just cannot get over with regards to this game. What was it? I wanted to go in here. This is the Lover's Park. Oh, wait a minute. I know what we can do here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I understand the assignment. Wishing well. We'll put some Eldritch stuff in here, and I think... Oh, that's not actually going to help us out with a condition. Well, what we can do is we can still utilize the traditional manor park and such. So, like, for example, we can have some market stalls be over here, which will indeed increase the radius and the condition. So we'll have some people at least generate in here, whilst utilizing some additional parks that they have in here to boost it. So like a mermaid fountain, we can have this be, for example, over here. And all these will help. Until I get the other stuff in here, that's also what I'll do in between this episode to the next one. If this is the case, we don't need to have this path over back here. But we'll need to have that little piece there. We'll probably do some beautification work along the corners and all that good stuff. So, yeah, it's coming along nicely. And I think when they have their stuff, it'll be smooth sailing.
Airborne and ready to go.
You know we're doing well over on Albion when they're not even taking all of our freaking grain out of here. That's ridiculous. So, until next time, my friends, thank you so much. It was a fun episode. We got the hops farms going. So the last one with regards to farms and farm fields is going to be the potatoes. And the potatoes are going to go on the last large side to the right now. And then, like, we'll be able to produce schnapps. We'll be able to produce beer, more cigarettes. There's going to be bread galore. Plenty of the finest quality wine this region has ever seen. And I love seeing those two trains going on that track right now. That's where my mind just kind of deviated, and the fact that the airships are awesome. Anyway, until next time, thank you so much. Please consider like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button, sharing it with your friends, and I'll catch you in the next episode, my Rantians.